Happy 2025, you all. Welcome back to My World is Gorgeous. This is the first time that I've addressed you guys in 2025. We have some exciting news, some things that are going on, and some things that I will be changing. So, one of the things that I want to be able to share with you all is I haven't been on because of, see right here? Yeah, that's wood. My son and I have been cutting up a lot of wood over the winter. I have a wood burning stove, and it helps me so I don't have a extremely high electricity bill for heating. And so, because I didn't get the wood cut up between the summer or from last year, we're out doing it week by week until the spring. So that's what I've been doing. We've been just cutting up wood and things of that nature. And the backyard, I feel, looks atrocious because I have leaves all over the place because I have not been really tending to them. I've been doing other things. One of the other things that I want to share with you guys is My World is Gorgeous is in the beginning of its third year. One, two, three. 2025, we are starting off our third year of having the channel. I have enjoyed talking to you guys, talking with you guys, getting your feedback, your comments, whether good or bad. I have really enjoyed it. And so there'll be a few things that I'll be changing in the garden this year. Let me walk over while we're talking. One of the things that will be changing is some of the garden beds I was taking apart last year at around the fall of 2024 in this area right here. And so I now need to get this last bed out here. We're going to take this bed out also. This bed here will be coming out, even though it's nothing wrong with it, but it will be coming out. And then this bed right here that has the trellis in it will be moving. That bed, I'll be taking it apart. We'll be moving it right here. This bed here, which will be a different bed, will be in the middle, and then the third one. So we're going to be actually building two beds and then reconstructing the third bed, so that way we'll just have three that'll go here. We'll have the strawberries that'll be along the back, and the bed that I'm moving that has the little trellis sitting over in it is where I'm going to put my tires. A few years back, I had my tomatoes and my peppers growing in tires. I'm going to be really honest with you guys. I know everybody has the thing that they do, you know, whether they want to do certain things where they trim the tomatoes down to one vine or a stem, and then, you know, keep everything clipped down. They want to weave it up and stuff like that. I've tried them. It doesn't work for me. What I have noticed works for me is when I use the regular tomato cages or build, you know, a tomato cage, stick it down in the middle, put it in a tire, put 2 plants per tire, and I feel as though all the fertilizer and nutrients are right there. It doesn't go anywhere, and they get to absorb it all. And I've gotten the best yield, the best tomatoes. I don't trim them, except if they just get too long and all over the place. I'll cut them back then, but other than that, I just let them be full and bushy and do whatever they want to do. I do plant basil near them. That's something that I've always done because the basil helps keep those hornworms away. I may get one hornworm, if any, a year, and that's something that has been consistent. I always put basil with my tomatoes. But that's what I'm doing with my tomatoes and peppers this year. They will not be in garden beds. They will have, and I still have my tomato cages. They will go in their cages, and that's what we're doing. And so they'll be put in that spot right there, and then I'll have 3 other beds that will come out going toward the greenhouse. It will allow me to be able to get in and out of the beds easier. I can take my wheelbarrow in and out of there a whole lot easier. as well. So that will help out with that. So we'll be doing that in the next couple of weeks. Um, the other thing that I'm not want to necessarily say changing, but I will be adding back into the garden will be last year when I was doing all of my fertilizing. It was one thing that I always do that I did not do last year. And I feel, which I could be wrong, well, two things that I always do. Let me say two things, not one, two. And I feel that it made a tremendous difference. One of the things was I always use, I think it's by Fox Farms or whatever. I'll look it up to give you the actual company that it's by. But they have a compost that has bat guano and worm castings mixed in together. And I put that normally also top dress my garden beds with that, and it seems as though that mixed with my chicken manure, my azomite, and all those other things that I add into there, it seems like that really helped. That was the one thing I did not do this year. The other thing that I did not do this year, this year I did a lot of hand watering except in my front yard. Because I was trying not to, I had heard that when you use a sprinkler system to water your garden or your tomatoes, that, you know, it adds a lot of mildew and rot. Granted, that has never happened for me in the past, but I was like, hey, let's try it. I feel as though because I was not using the sprinkler for me, and I don't have a water system set up here, and it won't be for a while, later on I probably will do that, but right now it's not happening. So I say that because I know people want to say, oh, get yourself a water. Yep, eventually that will happen, but not right now. So I will go back to using my sprinklers. I've never had mold or mildew on my plants from all the years of gardening where I did not have a channel. I have been gardening since I was a kid. So I have not experienced that, but I did try it. And I probably should have tried it with having a water system, which would probably have worked better. But I feel as though some of my plants didn't get, some of them, not all of them, did not get the ample amount of water that was needed. So my yield was not the same. Also, my my green stalks this winter did not do as well as they normally would, because I did not pay as much attention to them as I normally would, only because, like I said, I was doing a whole lot of cutting up wood, which we are still doing. I do have things that are in there that I just have not picked. The broccoli did okay. The kohlrabi did okay. Everything else is like dead and limped over. So no fault of the green stalk or anything like that, all me. So I will be taking the plants and stuff out, putting it into the compost area, and starting over. So this spring, that's what we'll be doing. Now, we're about almost a few days from February, and normally I would have had my peppers in already, and I don't. So what I will be doing this weekend, between now and this weekend, is I will be mixing together my seed starting mix, which will be worm castings and some either peat moss, cocoa coir, or whatever like that, mixing that together, putting everything in trays, getting all of my peppers going, and then round about the beginning of March we will be getting our tomatoes going. I also will be doing my coleus seeds as well, and maybe a couple of other flowers. But that's what we have going on right now. That's what we'll be doing this year. Like I said, I won't be buying any plants or flowers to go outside this year, because mainly I'm just trying to get my yard together this year. I need to put 2 windows in the back of my house. I also need to, inside the house, paint the kitchen, paint the living room. One part of my living room is painted, but I never painted the other side of it, so I need to paint the other side of my living room where I have wood paneling. I need to prime it, paint it, and I need to also put up 3 to 6 shelvings in my kitchen, as well as get 2 um, cabinets. And I'm not really building the cabinets, but building the flooring for it, set them, or the frame, whatever you want to call it, setting the cabinets on there, painting them, and then I want to put a wooden countertop on top of that. So I'll be purchasing a wood slab and putting that on there. But those are things that I need to do this year. So the things that you'll be seeing is, and a couple of revamps that I need to do to my greenhouse. I've cut a little slot out that I have put a screen in, and I need to do really good velcroing so that way I can roll it up and down. And I maybe I have to see. I have to talk to my builder. I may be adjusting the door on the greenhouse so it can open to the outside opposed to opening to the inside. And I need to finish putting gravel down in the floor of the greenhouse. Buying gravel from Lowe's and Home Depot and putting it down is way more expensive. I'm just gonna spend $50 and get the truck to dump a $50 amount down, which I know is more than what I would spend $50 for in the stores, and I will be putting that inside of the greenhouse. But there are a lot of projects that I will be doing, as well as a couple of things that I'll be cooking and showing how I store up a few things and showing getting this yard together. Also, I went on another house plant swap, not to what was it, about a week ago. So I'll be showing some footage from that and talking about that. So we'll be talking about the outside, we'll be doing some painting, we'll be doing a couple of DIY things, as well as we'll be talking a little bit about some of the things from my house plants. Yes, I tell you guys, I don't do a lot of house plants because I will kill them. Granted, I've kept more alive this year, well, coming into this year of 2025. There have been a few that died. We will talk about those. We will talk about whether I will get more of them, and we will talk about some of the things that I'm doing with my house plants. Okay, so it was good seeing you guys. Like I said, happy 3 years to us. I'm excited about that. Keep your comments going. Let me know if there's some footage or something that you want to see, or something that you want me to talk about, or more information that you want to find out about something that may have been in past videos. And I will see you soon. Happy gardening.